Coming up next on Small Town Big Deal.
Iowa is on a roll. And we're along for the ride.
And then
Jan and I are taking you to a car museum that houses some of the rarest cars in the country.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl. Okay, so tell me the truth, Rodney. The first time you heard the word ragbri, what'd you think?
I don't know, maybe something you ordered at a German restaurant?
No.
I know, Jan. RAGBRAI is an acronym for the Register's annual Great Bicycle Ride Across Iowa.
Yep, this week the state is on a roll. Tens of thousands of cyclists are on a 400-mile journey that begins at the border of Nebraska.
And it winds its way through the small towns in Iowa, ending at the border of Illinois. For sure, RAGBRAI is more than a bike ride across Iowa.
It's really a week-long celebration that snakes its way through the state, popping in on small towns along the way.
I got the best job in America.
Wow. TJ is the man. He makes sure RAGBRAI runs smoothly every year.
How did RAGBRAI get started?
Well, there was two gentlemen that worked at the Des Moines Register, a columnist and an editor, decided let's ride our bikes across Iowa, and we'll invite the readers to come out. And they wrote stories about this wacky adventure, and it just kind of caught on. So here we are, 41 rides later, and it's 35,000 people on the ride.
There are a lot of bike rides all over the country, but what makes this one so special?
Pretty simple. Two things that we have better than anyone else: people and towns.
Today, TJ says RAGBRAI is the longest, largest, and oldest bicycle touring event in the world.
Jan and I trained a little, so I think we're ready to join RAGBRAI for at least a few days.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Our route today goes from Harlan to Perry, with a stopover at Guthrie Center.
So we're driving down little country roads. All there is corn. You turn the corner in Guthrie, and then all there is bikes.
Welcome, RAGBRAI 2013 to Guthrie Center. Come on in, support this great community.
Go RAGBRAI!
While some cyclists ride alone, most travel in teams, usually with similar tastes.
Spam and chili. Spam and bacon. We get hungry sometimes, we just like to dig it out.
Sure, a lot of teams are here for the fun, but then there are the teams that are up for the challenge.
Like the Adaptive Sports Iowa team, which affords cyclists with physical disabilities or visual impairments the chance to participate in RAGBRAI.
I have a disease called retinitis pigmentosa, which is commonly called RP, and I have no peripheral around the edges whatsoever. So I can't see down, can't see to the sides, only straight forward.
Chuck Miller is from Gainesville, Florida, and this is his first RAGBRAI. He's powering this tandem bike while his pilot, Richard Robinson, steers it.
Richard has been amazing because he describes everything to me that I see.
We're just rolling up through the center, a couple of flags. We got flags flying on the
American flags?
American flags.
There you go. Down home or American flags?
Chuck is determined to complete the 400-mile ride.
Well, my son's 14 and a half, almost 15. I've had custody of him since he was a year and a half, and he's been a type 1 diabetic, insulin dependent, since he was 2. So we're in a challenge family. It's just really cool because, sorry.
It's okay.
He just really believes in me. And
I can see why.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't quit.
One of the really cool things about being on Small Town Big Deal is you get to meet people like Chuck.
I grew up in a small town in West Virginia. So this really brings me back to where where my roots are, so to speak. This is what America's all about.
We'll check in on Chuck a little later, but for now, he leaves us with an interesting thought.
Only in America can a small town like Guthrie Center, population 1,600, so quickly swell to a family of 16,000.
And what's the best thing about visiting family?
There is food, and more food, and then more food. Lots of food.
Iced coffee?
Smoothie,
Pizza?
hot dog.
What's a buck-a-witch?
Here it is, tattoos.
Tattoos. You know, the thing about going to an event with Rodney is he wants to experience everything. So if you can't beat him... Okay, I get to pick your tattoo.
Did I get to pick your tattoo? Okay, I first thought this for you, Jan,
You know, I knew he was going to go to the cherry pie first.
because you love cherry pie.
I love cherry pie. I love cherry pie.
But then I thought, you know, you love birds of prey and you're so patriotic. That's the one I'm choosing.
You did a good job. You did a very good job.
Truth be told, I want to get Jan one of those skull tattoos. But I was nice.
You're a farmer.
Oh, yeah.
So, gotta do corn.
Gotta do that. Oh, you gotta love corn for a farm boy. Now we're really bikers.
Check it out.
When we come back, Ragbri continues with the braid.
Great riding, everybody! Woo!
And the chicken.
Are you bribing that chicken?
Just a little bit. I told him I'd pay him off in chicken feed.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. We're in day 2 of the Ragbri, a week-long bike ride across to Iowa.
Now, yesterday, Rodney and I noticed that we didn't pass one cyclist, but about 1,000 just whizzed past us.
At least 1,000, but today is a new day, Jen. Let's go.
Ragbri is the oldest, largest, and longest bicycle touring event in the world. Tens of thousands ride through Iowa, 400 miles, border to border.
Today's route takes us and our sore body parts from the town of Perry into Des Moines.
Along the route is Dallas Center, where 1,600 eager residents watch as their small community grows into a giant party. And in the middle of this rocking party, Jan and I find this little party pooper.
Chicken poop bingo.
We gotta do this.
This is where Vegas meets Iowa. The rules? Just plop down $10. Should Henrietta's number 2 land on a number picked by you, you'll win $250.
56. Okay, it's right down there in the end. It's on the edge.
Jan's over here trying to bribe the chicken to poop on her number.
I'll split the winnings with you.
As the game begins, the crowd tries its best to bring out the best in Henrietta.
Come on, chicken, go for number 19.
And come on, 81, you're close. Do it, do it.
46.
29, right there. Come on. Maybe it's a little constipated.
Maybe so. Maybe they fed him bananas a while ago or something.
The riders are still pouring into Dallas Center. These are just a few of about 90 members of the Air Force cycling team, led by Larry Gallo. They're taking in Iowa one small town at a time.
Larry, how do you feel when you go through all these small towns?
Well, I like Iowa because when you're passing through towns like this, it's like, wow. You see folks, you know, you can stop and you talk to them. You leave like you really know that person.
But these airmen are also on a mission.
We help anybody that's on the road. So we stop for anybody in need. Mechanical problems, we stop. Sure. Just want to show the folks that they have our support not only overseas, but here at home.
Our third day starts in Des Moines, the same way the others did.
As soon as the sun rises, so do the bikers.
But on our way out of Des Moines, our journey takes an unexpected turn.
This is not good.
A few confusing turns and a shortcut, and suddenly we are show hosts of the corn.
Rodney, I think we're lost.
Oh, gee, Jan, what in the world gave you that idea?
I can't imagine, but I did say take a left at the soybean field.
Oh, and which soybean field would that have been? There are hundreds out here in Iowa.
Today's route started in Des Moines and goes to the town of Knoxville, with a stop along the way in Monroe.
Next time,
A map. Let's go.
I think up here to the right.
No, I think it's left.
Turns out that cornfield was just outside of Monroe. so we can seamlessly sneak right back into the ride with a warm welcome in town.
Now there's that small town spirit. Do you know a lot of the people from years past, or?
You know, you meet from time to time.
It's not hard to make new friends on Ragbri. Rodney and I have been chatting it up with this guy from Team Cuisine.
The hospitality of people here in Iowa, you can't beat it.
He's John Osbolt, the team coordinator. By day, Team Cuisine pedals as hard as any other team.
But at night, they make sure they eat better. A professional chef travels with the team, whipping up a first-class dinner at each stopover town.
And it all comes together each year thanks to small town hospitality. The streets of Monroe are alive with the spirit of Ragbri. The town is hosting water fights, and strangers are quickly becoming friends.
And I've got an idea. You guys want to do this? Little competition? Me and Jan against, you pick two.
Yeah, you pick your team, John.
Pick your team.
To win, all you've got to do is hose the hanging barrel past your opponent's head.
It's not even be close.
Go, as soon as they say go, Jan, I'm going forward. Ready, go! My total focus is on that barrel, and if Jan just gives me enough hose, we are gonna win this thing.
Keep that water on the bucket, Rodney, because I'm pulling my hose the best I can.
That barrel is not coming back.
Oh, the sweet taste of victory.
We did it! Yeah, baby!
Very good.
I'm very wet.
Oh, yes, you are. How about that?
Thanks, man.
Very good.
So after some bonding and a little friendly competition,
We score a Team Cuisine invite.
Hey, Cuisine, can we gather everyone up for dinner, please?
And if you want to join Team Cuisine, you better take a number. There's a long wait list.
How does one, skip the wait list? How do we get bumped to the top?
In order to get on our team, you have to, a veteran rider needs a sponsor.
And how is it different from all of the other teams?
We come from all aspects and all walks of life. It's a family. It's our Ragbri family. There's a line in Field of Dreams, and that says, is this heaven? No, it's Iowa.
Coming up next on Small Town Big Deal.
Jan and I are taking you to a car museum that houses some of the rarest cars in the country.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
And don't forget, Jan, that I'm taking a few days off.
Oh, that's right, your high school reunion.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not going to drive up to the reunion in the good old Small Town Big Deal minivan, are you?
Actually, I was thinking about doing something different.
I think that'd be a good idea.
There is that auto museum about 20 miles west of here in Volo.
Okay.
And I hear they sell cars there, too.
You know what you're looking for?
I wasn't one of the popular guys in high school, so maybe something that kind of gives a statement.
Yeah, something a little sportier and impressive. Let's go find it.
You must be Brian.
I am.
Man, it's good to meet you.
Yeah, you too. How you doing?
Hey, Brian, I'm Jan.
How are you?
Good.
I got this high school reunion, and Jan thinks I don't need to be driving up in a minivan.
Jan is absolutely right.
Think you can find us something?
I think so. Let's go take a look.
Let's go look.
Guys, come on in. I think you got a few cars in here that you might like.
Oh, my gosh.
These are some of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen, and as far as the eye can see.
How did all of this get started?
We're 53 years old and we're on our 4th generation. Is actually my grandfather bought the property here, and it was just a junk business. They bought an old Model A for $25, tinkered with it, sold it for $35. Took that $35, bought another car. They just reinvested, and then we became a car dealership for collector cars.
From classic Mustangs to classic Hollywood, the Volo Car Museum has a car from every era.
In terms of famous people cars, do you have a favorite?
I would have to say it'd probably be the Princess Diana car. I mean, we do a lot of charity with that one. Even though she's gone, her car's still doing her deed. We're always doing stuff with it to raise money.
So she's still doing good work.
She's still doing good work. So you're looking for a car, Rod. What are you looking for?
Well, I want something for my 20th high school reunion.
Ha! Sorry.
Jan didn't have to laugh that loud.
So you a Johnny Cash fan?
I really am a Johnny Cash fan.
Here we have the Johnny Cash guitar car.
Wow, this is pretty cool. Man, what an engine. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm speechless.
Okay, a car you can drag race and play in a band with? I guess I'd definitely get some attention.
Not quite the Johnny Cash guitar car, but it's a little sportier, a little more tame.
I think we found it. Yeah, that.
The General Lee? The doors don't open. They had to crawl in and out through the window.
He's still young.
He can do that.
He can crawl through there.
He can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I'm thinking maybe just keep looking a little bit longer. I mean,
Tone it down just a little bit.
Tone it down a little bit.
Do they have anything else? Well, this place goes on for miles, literally. The Volo Car Museum has over 7 miles of classic cars and exhibits on display.
We just come here because this is car heaven and we enjoy looking at old cars.
What a surprise when we were able to see the cars that we actually drove in high school. But a hot date would have owned this car.
I get this feeling that Brian thinks we're kind of a tough sell, so he's passed us off to his brother Jay.
So Jay, you may have heard that I'm looking for a car for my high school reunion. Think you can make me a deal today?
I'm gonna make you the deal of a lifetime. Let's go.
I think I'm getting ready to be sold, Jan.
Here we go again.
Car collectors and enthusiasts come from all over the country to look and buy at the Volo Car Museum. And for one reason or another, everyone here has a favorite.
40 Ford Coupe, Olds Cutlass, convertible.
Mustangs because I had one.
I mean, they're all in pristine condition, so it's worth it, to see what they really look like when they were originally made.
Peace, man. The Volo Car Museum is just flat out fun. Rodney and I walked around the grounds, checking out everything from a jet, which I think Rodney considered taking to the reunion.
There isn't even a runway in Benton. And just when you think you've seen it all here at the Volo Car Museum, don't get me wrong, it was a blast riding in the original Batmobile. But if Rodney pulls up to his reunion in that thing, I think he better wear a mask. Or Mountaineer barely kept his family fed.
Then
one day he was shooting at some grub.
Some food.
Food? Oh, sorry.
And up in the ground came a bubbling crew. Okay, Jan, so I cut a deal on a car.
Which one did you get?
I think you'll approve.
Oh, is that it?
And now, is that a sweet ride or what? Wow. That is beautiful.
There you go.
That's Kendra will approve. This is perfect.
Oh, I cannot wait.
1969 Mustang convertible, cherry red.
Oh, man.
Perfect. Perfect.
They're the keys to the minivan.
Wait, I'm not gonna get a ride? You're not gonna let me ride with you?
See you at work.
I helped you all
Drive
day.
careful.
You got duped.
So, Brian, I got a minivan for sale.
Let's go talk.
All right.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal.
You know, I'm still hurting. You left in the Mustang and you left me with the minivan.
Hey, you wouldn't have wanted to get your hair messed up.
I would have wanted a ball cap, right? Hey, and 2 things that I loved about RAGBRAI. Number 1, chicken poop bingo.
Oh, that was crazy.
Okay. Number 2, something we didn't catch on camera that I want to share with all of you. His butt got so sore, we had to tape one of my t-shirts to the top of his bike seat.
I'm Rodney Miller.
Total truth. I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America. Well, you kind of look like Ellie Mae.
Oh, I'll take that. At least you didn't say Granny.
Hey, I think this is in Jan size.
He just tried to do the chicken dance.
Last call.
It's really bad.
I didn't try to do the chicken dance.
I did the chicken dance.
Okay, he did the chicken dance.
She just didn't think it was very good.
You can win $500.
She's right. She's got a right to her opinion, even if she is wrong.